And I forgot to tell Kay Carter this story because I commented on your video, Kay, and of course anybody else can watch it, but I commented on your video, Kay, and said I would tell the story, and I did tell it on my tablet, but since I'm not doing the tablet one, I'll tell it again here. Well, you were talking about smiling and what an effect it has on people. At one time, my mom had a friend also named Kay, and Kay was younger than my mom, but older than me, somewhere in between. And my mom was very young when she had me, so we've been kind of closer in age than most anyway. Anyway, so this Kay was single and didn't want to be single, and so she used to get herself all tarted up and go to the bars. And she would go to the bars and she would, flirt and everything. But although occasionally someone would want to take her home, no relationships ever developed. Well, at that time I was single and I was dating several men. I mean, I wasn't like out every night. I was a single mom, but every weekend I'd have a couple dates, and none of them were serious. They were fun, and they were, movies, dinner, and stuff like that. But it wasn't, like none of them were going anywhere. That wasn't what I was into. But anyway, I was never wanting for a date. Well, one day she said to me, I don't understand it, Jerry. How do you meet all these men and get them to take you out? And she said, I mean, really, look at me. And of course, she was always all tarted up. Look at me. And, not to be mean or anything, but look at you. Okay, sweet Kay. Actually, she wasn't sweet. And here's the thing with Kay. She was all about Kay. That was it. She was more interested in getting a man to get a man, whereas I was enjoying myself, and it showed. I smiled a lot, and that's what reminded me of the story. When I catch somebody's eye, I'd smile, and people respond very positively to that. When I was with somebody, and I don't care if it was a date or if it was male, female, or, Martian, I asked about them, and I was interested in what they had to say. I made eye contact. I listened instead of talked. I asked questions about what they were saying to show my interest. I smiled a lot, and I wasn't looking for the Marlboro man or anybody in particular that had any kind of physical attraction, that I could show off, which was part of her thing she wanted. So I think that in spite of the fact that she was all tarted up and made herself look wonderful, and she was slender and wore great clothes and had her hair done, was perfect, and I wore minimal makeup and was not slender, she couldn't understand why I was getting dates and she wasn't. So the whole smiling thing is it really attracts people to you. It shows that you are a nice person, and they open up to you and they become friends. Okay, that was just a story I wanted to tell you, and so I'm just going to put this up after. I'll put this up separately. Okay, keep up the good work, Kay. Loving your videos. Good night.